We're looking further into some lawmakers' concerns about how AI would analyze school district spending.
KCCI investigates how and explains how private schools getting public money would not be analyzed. Suzanne Banky has the details.
Ben and Stacy, the House Government Oversight Committee met this morning. The goal was to hear how AI could evaluate how tax dollars are spent.
We're working with 6 agencies right now.
The Oversight Committee heard from Tyler Technologies, a Texas-based company that uses its AI to analyze how efficient local government is with taxpayer dollars. Lawmakers veered into analyzing private school spending for a good part of the Q&A time after the presentation.
Does Tyler Technologies, do you have any clients that are in the non-public education sector?
We do.
Several lawmakers asked if the company could analyze how education savings accounts are used. ESAs are vouchers funded by the per-pupil state dollars. It adds up to about $8,000. Parents or guardians can enroll for the ESA program. If accepted, they can choose to use those dollars for private school tuition.
I would argue that we have $350 to $400 million right now of public monies that are going into private schools. And of that $350 to $400 million, I suspect that this software, and this is back to you, sir, at Tyler Technologies, this software would be able to potentially find inefficiencies.
Private colleges were also brought up at the oversight hearing.
We can take that data and humanize it. I appreciate that you said we are going to start, this is a starting point. We're prioritizing a starting point. For example, we also could probably dig into private colleges and how they spend Iowa tuition grants and where their money's coming from and all the data there.
The Tyler Technologies representative says there would have to be a change in law or access to information to use private school information in their AI.
Has the potential.
Representative Charlie Thompson is the House Oversight Committee chairman. He said he would want to think over any change about private entities. An estimated cost of $1.4 million was discussed at the committee meeting. That would cover 99 counties and 2/3 of the school districts. Thompson also says he wants to hear what the public thinks, if it's an appropriation for a contract.
I think that depends on what the reaction of the public is to this hearing, whether it goes through appropriations or is an undertaking by the House of Representatives in its corporate body.
Tyler Technologies says it has also been in talks with the governor's office. We did reach out to the governor, and her spokesperson says he's unaware of any contact between Tyler Tech and the governor.
Efficiency was the mission of the Iowa Department of Government Efficiency Task Force. It issued its final report in October 2025. One of those recommendations included using AI to improve service delivery and operational efficiencies.
Suzanne, thank you.